If you're getting into SEO or you're deciding to use SEO for your business to grow sales and really grow your business in general, it's really important to have the correct mindset going into implementing SEO if you want to have the best results. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the high-level theory and strategy behind SEO as a tactic or a strategy to grow your business. And most people, when they get into doing SEO and using SEO to grow their business, they just are like, let's do it. Let's get a whole bunch of customers. And they don't really put a whole lot of thought into the timeline, how long it's going to take, the return on investment they can expect, and all of those really, really important elements. Most business owners just totally overlook that stuff. And they're just like, yeah, let's do some SEO and start making some money right off the bat. But that's not really how SEO works. SEO is a long-term strategy. And moreover, SEO is momentum driven and it grows at an exponential rate. What do I mean by that? Well, we have this graph here. Customer acquisition over time, so customers acquired, and total amount invested. So 1,200, 2,400, 3,600. And then we've got two graph lines here. We've got Google Ads and SEO. So if you were to use Google Ads and you were to invest $1,200 a month, after the first month, you'd be getting maybe 5, 6 leads, and then 7, and then 10, and then 15, 18. And by the time you spend $12,000, you're only getting 20 customers per month, right? Now, let's look at what would happen if you were to take that same investment, that same dollar amount, and invest it into SEO long term. And this is only over the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, right? Which is pretty accurate, really, in the scheme of things. So if you were to invest in SEO, for the first month, you're not going to see anything. The second month, you're not going to see anything. The third month, you might start to see something, a lead, maybe 2 leads. Month 4, maybe another 2 or 3 leads. Month 5, a couple leads. And then month 6, things really start to shift and start to take off. And during this whole time, basically what's happening is you're building up momentum. So you're showing Google that you're the authority in your space, which takes time. And during that time, you're building up momentum, building up momentum, building up momentum. And then eventually around month 6 is when it clicks and things just start to skyrocket. So then month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, month 7, all of a sudden, boom, 15 leads that month. And then month 8, 35 leads. And then month 9, 60 leads. And then month 10, 120 leads. So even though you didn't get any leads until really 6 months in, after 6 months, the growth here is just insane. And the reason being is with Google Ads, you're paying for all of the clicks that you get. So in order to get twice as many clicks, you have to pay twice as much money. And the odds of you increasing your conversions by 100% or 200% is probably pretty slim. So you're not going to really see exponential growth with something like Google Ads, Facebook ads, any sort of paid media where you're paying for a click. That means for more clicks, you need to pay more money. Whereas with SEO, you don't need to pay more money to get more clicks. The higher you rank, the more traffic you get, but you can rank higher with the same investment every single month. Now, eventually that's going to tap out and you're going to need to double down and go from $1,200 a month in SEO to $2,400 a month in SEO if you want this to continue to grow exponentially. But what would you rather have? Would you rather spend $1,200 a month and consistently get 20 leads a month and start right out of the gate with some leads? Or would you rather invest in SEO, not really see anything for a while, but once it hits, you're doing 120 clients a month? I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. But if you don't look at this and you don't think about it in this way and break it down, then most people just tend to think SEO works kind of like Google Ads. As soon as you start getting a bunch of leads, and it's just always more leads, right? But that's just not really how it works. And I want to show you a couple of examples of some clients that we've been doing SEO for where this exact pattern is happening, and it happens with pretty much every client, but I'm just going to show you a couple examples so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So this first one, we started doing SEO back in December, and you can see they were literally getting 0 traffic, 0 clicks per day, and then 1 click, 2 clicks. Now we're 2 months in, 3 months in, 4 months in, 5 months in, they're starting to get a couple clicks a day, and then 6 months in, that's when things really start to take off. So you can see, if you were to draw a line right through that, that's the same exponential growth line that we're seeing right here, right? And we can see it a little bit better if we come over to Google Analytics, where we can see December, 0 users, and this is just organic traffic that we're looking at right here. So people coming from search engines, essentially. Literally 0 users in the month of December. And then January, only 28. So slightly up. So we're 2 months in now, essentially. February, 106. So that 4x'd. But still, 106 users. It's probably a couple of leads. And I do remember they started getting some leads in February and March. March, it doubles again to 266 users. And then April, we're 5 months in at this point. Now we're at 540. So that's it's like 10 times what we did in January as far as traffic. But then month 6, that's when things really start to take off. So it went from 500 visitors to 1,000 visitors in 1 month. And then from 1,000 to 1,400, and then from 1,400 to 2,200 clicks from organic search in 1 month. So if this client would have gotten to month 4 or 5 and been like, this isn't working, I should be getting hundreds and hundreds of leads by now, and they would have just quit 4 or 5 months in, then they would have lost all that momentum that was just about to get them up to the point where they're getting 2,200 visitors per month to their website, right? And when this happens, when it starts to scale up like this, that's when you start to see the leads going crazy. So we did get lead tracking set up a little bit late. There was a couple of leads that came in here. But this is conversions from organic. So these are people that become leads, right? So it was like at nothing, and then it just shot up to 28, and then 43. In 1 month, he got 50 leads of people wanting to work with them. And then let's look at one more example. So with this client, we started back here in January of 2018, and their site was already live for a while, but it wasn't really ranking or getting any traffic. And you'll see it actually drops from January to February. So 47 visitors. Oh, excuse me. It goes up 3 visitors. So an improvement of 3 visitors in the first month. And then the second month, it almost doubles. And then the third month, more than doubles. 5th month, you can see the 6th month, it just explodes. So we went from 146 visitors from organic. Remind you. This is just from Google search and Bing search and other search engines. And then up to 795 visitors, and then 2,100, and then boom. What is that? Month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Month 7, 2,677 visitors in 1 month. So whatever you do, if you decide to get into SEO, whether you're doing SEO for clients or you're going to use SEO for your own business, it is absolutely vital to know ahead of time what your strategy and your plan is. And if your plan is not to do SEO for 10 months, then you might want to stick with something like Google Ads, where you can just get some leads right away and maybe use that to refund the ads and basically have them pay for themselves. But if you're really looking for long-term growth, exponential growth, like we have clients where we 10x their business in less than a year with SEO. Because, well, part of it is because we encourage them to reinvest and double down when they start to see results. But ultimately, it's because SEO is exponential. So they're able to get 10 times the traffic with the same investment every month. I mean, typically we have them double down around month 6 or 7. Because once you're getting these sorts of results, if you double down and get twice those, it's just a no-brainer once you're seeing results like this. So whatever you do, if you decide to use SEO to get more business, make sure you're in it for the long haul. Whatever you do, do not give up in month 4, 5, or 6, because that is right when you're about to hit this hockey stick where your traffic just goes to the moon and you start getting so many clients you don't even know what to do with yourself. So I hope that was helpful. If there's anything you have questions about, don't hesitate to reach out. You can just drop your comments down in the comments below. I'll get back to you there. And until next time, take care.